I'm second generation American. My grandmother and grandfather came through Ellis Island on my mother's side, from Germany and from Poland. On my father's side, my grandparents came from Trinidad and Barbados. So when I was a kid growing up with my sister, I didn't know that there were other interracial kids. I just didn't know that that was the thing, because I do know that my experience with my own family, on both the white side and the black side of the family, was very much othering. You don't belong. You're not like us. You're not black enough. You're not like us. So my sister and I always felt like we didn't fit in. Growing up with this sort of experience, I would get these feelings of maybe my presence was not as welcome as you would like to think. But you internalize that. And over time, you might get angry, you might feel frustrated, you might even make yourself sick. These are about black ballerinas. When I was growing up in the 70s, I wanted to be a ballerina too. But the school was like, yeah, no, you're going to do jazz tap. And there really weren't other ballerinas. There wasn't like a Misty Copeland that we can see now. But then I didn't have those role models. This is the series, I Am My Hair. This came from people touching my hair without asking permission first. Happens all the time. So I made this whole series with the ropes to really kind of release that conversation. And I think it's important to be able to have those kind of conversations, because often when I react to someone who's petting me like a dog on the train, I come off like I'm the aggressor because I'm unhappy about it. They're like, oh, well, it wasn't a big deal. Well, it's a big deal for me. So I've made these ropes, and I do these workshops with the making of the ropes so that we can have this conversation about what is okay and not okay. Or how does each individual get to define their own boundaries? You get to say. Someone else does not define that for you. So you'll see that there's these shopping carts. These are emotional baggage carts. These are vessels to get rid of these things. Now, I have all the zip ties on here. I use zip ties as a form of armor and protection. But I have the zip ties here so that you can put the baggage in here. The thing is, when you put those things in here, now it's over here. And now it doesn't have to belong to you anymore. That's a part of the transformation. When I discovered that I had this ability to make these things disappear by creating art, by doing something as simple as making this rope, I knew that that was something I needed to do for myself, so that I wouldn't feel this frustration of feeling other, feeling like I didn't belong. So all these works in here are really about that kind of conversation.